Hi everyone, so this video is going to be about my experience with Helix. So I originally purchased this kit actually a year ago because I had missed Black Friday sale for 23andMe, and then I saw that Helix had a deal. At the time, this Helix kit did cost the same, it was $80, and I was looking to do the embodyDNA by Lose It because it wasn't to find my ancestry or anything like that, but it was more for my health. I wanted to know what I was doing wrong with my diet. Maybe if it could tell me certain foods that were good or bad for me, then maybe I would know better. Because at the time I was doing keto a lot and I wasn't sure if that was even good for me. And so I was hoping that that would tell me. And so the embodied DNA at the time was also priced at $109.99. I'll show you the embodied DNA site later on. I think the pricing has changed. But when I purchased it, there was a promo code. And so the kit together with the Helix DNA and the embodied DNA, it was only $49.99 at the time, which was cheaper than 23andMe, even with the Black Friday sale. So I ordered the kit and I got this Helix box about 3 days later. It's just like 23andMe, you spit into this tube and then you mail it back. Supposedly, it's supposed to take 6 to 10 weeks for them to sequence your DNA. But at the time, they had emailed me that they were having some delays and it took a couple more weeks to receive my results. So the thing with Helix is that once you sequence your DNA, you can actually go to the store. You can purchase these different things that will give you insights. There's different categories for ancestry, health, wellness, entertainment. And so all of these things in the store, they do cost extra money to do. So there's all these other tests for your health and wellness. There's the one that I did. So the Lose It Embodied DNA is now $69.99 instead of what was advertised before to me as $109.99. So this is the Embodied DNA by Lose It website, and it tells you a little bit more about the product. The report gives you some information about your macronutrient goals, suggested foods, genetic reports, and some science information. It says that you can learn how your body's predispositions could impact your weight loss efforts, your BMI, carbohydrate intake, high protein diets, low fat diets, saturated fat, sugary beverages, physical activity, how all that impacts your weight loss. I assumed it would tell you like certain foods that you can eat to help you lose weight better, certain exercises you could do, or vice versa, what is causing me to gain weight faster. And so that's why I bought this test, because that's what I wanted to find out. At the time I was doing keto because I know keto was working, but I wasn't sure if something else would be more effective. And so when they send you the results, you actually have to download the Lose It app, log in some information for at least 3 months worth of what you've been eating, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, and your weight and your physical activity. And your information will help to adjust the insights.
So this is the Lose It app. It's free to use, but if you buy premium, I think you get access to more things. I don't know because I don't usually like paying for products. I like to use things that are free. This is the profile page, and we can see the badges that I've earned. Under foods and exercises are where it would show the data that you've logged, but let's click on insights. Embodied DNA will be right here. So it says, we've analyzed several important genetic markers in your DNA related to health and weight loss. Below you'll find helpful information on what we've discovered and how to make the best choice for your body. A year ago when I was looking at my results, I was actually really disappointed because it didn't give me the information that I'd hoped for. The results sounded very generic, and I felt like it really wasn't worth it. For example, it would say I'm likely intolerant to lactose because that's something a lot of Asians are affected by, and that's why this year during Black Friday, I made sure to purchase the 23andMe to see if I would get more detailed information. Anyway, let's just go through my results. Macronutrient goals. Recent studies show that following certain diets like high protein or low carb can help individuals with different genetic variants see better weight loss success. Your genetic variants help us determine the macronutrients ranges most likely to help you reach your weight loss goals. My recommended ratios are 20 to 35% fat, 55 to 65% carbs, and 25 to 35% protein. If I logged my data recently, this chart would show whether I fit within that targeted range. When I logged my past information, I wasn't fitting within this range because I was doing keto. Normally with keto, I try to do 65% fat, 5 to 10% carbs, and 30 to 35% protein. Now for food suggestions. Discover foods that align with your genetic traits and what makes them a good fit for your DNA. Why is there a red marker on Bran Flakes cereal? So it gives you a lot of information about food. Oh, it says that I may have a gluten intolerance, which is what I learned from my food intolerance test. I actually don't remember seeing anything like this before when I looked at my results a year ago, so maybe they added this recently. Clams are good, oats, tuna, lentils, shrimp, crab, chickpeas, bison, edamame, whole wheat pasta. Let's see what the red markers are for. Glycemic load. I have a greater genetic risk of having elevated blood glucose levels, and the gluten intolerance thing again. Sweet potato, soy milk, which is weird because the food intolerance said I was intolerant to soy, so that's interesting. And lastly, acorn squash and pork loin. Personal DNA reports weight loss. BMI. I have an average genetic risk of being overweight or obese. Recommendation: keep a dedicated focus on your caloric intake to balance your BMI closer to the healthy range. People who have the same amount of weight increasing genes as you typically have a normal BMI. While your reported BMI puts you in an overweight range, your genetics are less likely to hold you back when it comes to weight loss. Studies show that fueling up with protein, especially at breakfast, may help curb your appetite throughout the day. Right now I know I'm overweight. I'm almost into that obese range, but if you see me in real life, people wouldn't really classify me as being obese. Let's look at carbohydrate intake. My DNA suggests that diets higher in carbs will help me lose more body fat. I actually don't know if this is true because every time I go back to eating carbs after being on keto, I feel like I gain weight much easier, unless it's just a specific type of carbs that I'm eating. And here's some more information based on my DNA. High protein diets. My DNA suggests that diets higher in protein will help me lose more body fat. I'm just going to quickly scroll through the rest of these, so feel free to pause the video to read anything in more detail. Low-fat diets. The amount of total fat in my diet is not likely to impact my BMI. I guess this is important because if the total fat in my diet doesn't affect BMI, then it doesn't matter if I do a high-fat or a low-fat diet, right? Saturated fat. My genes suggest that the amount of saturated fat in my diet is not likely to impact my BMI. So I guess that's a good thing. Sugary beverages. My genes do not predispose me to be more prone to weight gain when consuming sugar-sweetened beverages. So these sugar-sweetened beverages are caffeinated colas, caffeine-free colas, carbonated non-cola soft drinks, and non-carbonated sugar-sweetened beverages like fruit punches, lemonades, and other fruit drinks. Physical activity. My genes suggest that exercising is likely to benefit my BMI. I'm assuming everyone would benefit from physical activity. I'm not sure if there's anyone out there who wouldn't. So if you're one of those people, please leave a comment and let me know because I would be really interested to know why they say that. It says, while it may seem like exercise would help everyone reach a healthy weight equally, recent research shows that physical activity significantly benefits BMI for people with a specific genetic variant. Since your results show this genetic variant, exercise is likely to help you reduce your risk of obesity. So it's not necessarily that others wouldn't benefit from physical activity, it's just not as effective in reducing the obesity risk. Let's go back now looking at nutrition. So I'm not going to click into these because it doesn't seem to give that much more information than what it already summarizes here. Vitamin D, normal levels, magnesium, normal levels, blood glucose, high levels, omega-3, low levels, vitamin B6, normal levels, vitamin B12, low levels, and iron, low levels. Now looking into fitness. Endurance versus power. My muscle composition is well suited for endurance activities. I have more slow-twitch muscle fibers which can help sustain me in activities like distance running for a longer period of time without tiring. I don't know if that's true because I really hate running. Here's more info on slow-twitch and fast-twitch muscles. I actually thought I'd be better at power activities because when I go to the gym, those are the types of classes I do better at when comparing classes with cardio versus weightlifting. I love weightlifting so much more. Sodium and hydration. My genetic variants put me at a risk of low sodium levels. The results show that I'm at higher risk of abnormally low sodium levels. Consider using electrolyte replacement during long workouts to keep my body hydrated properly. That's actually useful information. I normally don't drink sports drinks, but lately in the past year or two, my fingers swell a lot when I exercise, so I know there's something wrong with my water and sodium levels. Now looking into sensitivities. I'm predisposed to be lactose intolerant, but I'm actually not. I've been drinking milk and eating ice cream, cheese, yogurt all my life. Again, I assume they say this just because they can tell from my genes that I'm Asian. I'm also predisposed to be gluten intolerant, which we saw before, and I'm predisposed to metabolize caffeine slowly. That I did not know. I'm likely to be more sensitive to the effects of caffeine, but that's not true. I'm not sensitive to caffeine at all. I've been drinking coffee since high school and it's never helped me actually energize myself. It was more just because I like the taste of it. And I've taken caffeine pills before and it's never made my heart race like it has for other people. And lastly, taste. Likely to taste some bitter flavors. True. And not likely to have a sweet tooth, which is totally untrue. Overall, this didn't exactly give me the type of information I was looking for. When I logged 3 months worth of data, it didn't tell me, hey, stop eating this, or eat more of this because that's better for you. I mean, looking at this now, it does give me a lot of information, but honestly, I don't remember seeing most of this when I first looked at it. All I remembered was being disappointed because the results sounded so generalized, and I didn't feel like the results were necessarily specific to me, so I didn't really find it helpful at all, and I thought it was a total waste of money. As I logged in more information, it didn't seem to change the insights either. But anyway, today I had a different impression of my results. Some things I did find a little bit useful, so I'm not sure if they added more information to it over the past year. Other than the embodied DNA, I didn't spend more money on Helix to see what other things that they had to offer. I'm interested to see if any of you have tried the other products, or let me know in the comments down below if you also did the embodied DNA and what you thought of your results. Did you like it, or was it also a disappointment for you? Thank you for watching my video. You can give me a thumbs up if you liked it, or if you didn't, let me know in the comments down below, because I didn't exactly know what to share, so if there's something that you want to know more about, then I can respond to you. Click on the button to subscribe to my channel for more videos, and you can also click on my previous video about my food intolerance. Bye!